Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Ming. Today's video is going to be another huge Costco haul. We spent $177 at Costco, but I swear this is not just for this week's grocery. It's probably gonna cover 1.5 weeks or more. If this is the first time in my channel, I do Costco, Trader Joe's haul videos, food review videos, and restaurants and vlogs, and all this good lifestyle content, so make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. Without further ado, let's get into today's haul. I wanted to try this item for the longest time because it was actually recommended by Bobby Parrish from the channel Flav City, and I am just not a big fan of pecan most of the time, so I was always like shying away from trying this item, but it was actually on sale, so we have no excuse but try this out. And also my husband loves chocolate and he likes pecan, so even if I don't like it, I think Brandon will like this. Sugar-free dark chocolate almond butter, which I love, almonds, pecans, coconut, hemp protein powder, but I would say they're not a lot of protein. Sweet candy item, but I love the fact that it's pretty clean when it comes to the ingredient list. But does it actually taste good? Because a lot of times things can be very healthy but they don't necessarily taste good. Even though I want to eat healthy as much as possible, but I still want to live a happy life. We gotta find that balance in between. So let's take a look. This is what a product looks like. When I see the word bomb, I thought they were like a ball, but they're actually bars. Okay, so these are huge chunk of bars, each one. You can see the almonds, maybe a little bit coconut as well, and it's dark chocolate. Let's take a bite. Tastes like chocolate. It's pretty sweet considering there's like no sugar, but it's sugar alcohol from erythritol, which is okay. It doesn't taste like sugar-free chocolate. It tastes just like normal chocolate. If you love chocolate, this is the item for you. But if you just take a look, it's just chocolate. Even though it has like a little bit almonds and a little bit of like the coconut, you can't really taste the other flavors. It's mainly dark chocolate, but the other thing is it does add a little bit good texture to it. Normally those keto chocolate, they're not too attractive to me, but this one actually tastes like real chocolate. It doesn't taste like the keto chocolate, which is awesome. So I would give this item maybe 8.5 out of 10. I would definitely buy this again. So if you're a chocolate lover, maybe try this item. But if you're just looking for some dessert but not necessarily chocolate, this one is very, very chocolatey. Speaking of chocolate, this is the item that I got from a week ago, and my husband swears by this. He gave this item 10 out of 10. Just bring this fall season to me, especially when it's super rainy and cloudy in Texas this week. It helps out a lot. This is the Jojo's dark chocolate pumpkin spice filled bites. Those are so good because they're not just the chocolate. It also has the granola butter nutter in the middle. It's so good. It tastes like pumpkin spice latte in a chocolate. It's so nutty. It's so good. It has this a little bit of spice from the cinnamon, but it's not overwhelmingly spicy. It only has 2.5 grams of added sugar in there. What I love about this item is it doesn't have any sugar alcohol. So it says 7 grams of sugar for like 3 bars. So if you just eat one, it's like less than 2.5 grams of sugar. It's really, really, really good. This one has sugar alcohol, even though like erythritol is not too bad. But if you hate those like fake sugar taste, get this one. It's not too sweet, but it's the right amount of sugar. It's the right amount of the sweetness. Highly recommend. Really good for fall season. My husband actually bought this one without my knowledge a long, long time ago, and I was seeing him eating popsicles. I was like, where did you get this weird popsicles? He got it from Costco, and these are not sold in the frozen food aisle. They're not sold by the ice creams. They're just like on its own because these are just like some fruit juice, and basically you just freeze those and they just become popsicles. So it has a total of 6 grams of sugar per pack, and there is 0 added sugar. 0 added sugar, which is awesome. So it's just from the juice. So these are great replacement for ice cream. Just organic white grape juice, organic apple juice, so much better than a lot of the ice creams out there. And honestly, it's so much better than a lot of the popsicles right there. 35 packs. And there's 3 flavors. My favorite is the mango orange, and if you like strawberry lemonade, you will like the strawberry lemon. And it also have the blueberry pomegranate. This one is from my last purchase. As you can see, after you freeze those, it just becomes like a popsicles like this. And this is my favorite flavor, the mango one. It's so refreshing, but it's not too overly sweet at all. And it's a really good size because sometimes those popsicle sizes are super big. Like, I can't finish the entire popsicles, but these I can. Highly recommend. It's actually so just next to the ice cream food aisle, and you freeze them yourself. So if you're looking for them, they're not in the ice cream area, they're actually on the side. Another repurchased item, this is the Teton Water's 100% grass-fed beef. These are polished sausage. I made a dedicated reviewing video on 4th of July. We actually made hot dogs with these. You know why? Because it's in the shape of hot dogs. Like, they look and shape like hot dogs. So if you like hot dogs, those are great replacements. First of all, it's grass-fed beef. You can taste the difference. It's very juicy. It's very good texture. Those are 100% grass-fed beef, which is great. It's just very natural seasoning, and there is no pork in here, and there is no added sugar or no sugar at all. Highly recommend. Love, love, love this item. This is another repurchased item. Organic crispy coconut from the brand Tropical Fields. These are so good because they're gluten-free, made with real coconut milk, and it's so crunchy, and it only has 4 grams of added sugar. Even though it's not completely sugar-free, it's not too much sugar, and if you look at the ingredient list, everything is organic, and there is no questionable ingredients at all. As you can tell, I already opened it because I actually filmed this video twice because the first time my mic ran out of battery. This is what it looks like. It kind of reminds me of those wafer cookies. Every time in the fall, winter, especially holiday seasons, I just have cravings for those wafer cookies, but these are so good, and it smells very coconutty. It's very coconut, and it's very flaky, so be careful with the crummies. So good. So good. Highly recommend. It's the right amount of the sweetness. It's very flaky, very good texture, and it's just so coconutty. It's so good. It's clean ingredients. It's so good. And I saw it online in some Costco. It was on sale, but not in mine. But in my Costco, sometimes they don't have this item. It's kind of like in and out, like seasonal items. So I bought 2 of them. That's how much I love these. Real good enchiladas. This is a repurchased item. I bought this one for my husband because he likes to bring it to the office, and then we'll share this item. What I love about it is that it is very low in carbs. It only contains 2 grams of net carbs per serving, but it has 20 grams of protein, and it's gluten-free, grain-free. Very good. It tastes really good. If you compare this item with the Tex-Mex restaurants in San Antonio, probably not comparable because the restaurant always tastes better, but the restaurant has so much carbs compared to this one. So I would say this is your best bet if you try to eat healthy Tex-Mex food, and they're just microwave safe, so easy just to prepare them. It's not the cleanest. Why? Because it has sunflower oil, which is not the best oil, but I think some of you guys ask me, why do we want to avoid sunflower oil? So sunflower oil is inflammatory because it contains a lot of the omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 fatty acid is not too bad. It's actually an essential part of our health. Like, we do need a little bit of it, but we need to keep a very healthy ratio between the omega-3 and omega-6 ratio intake. Flower oil, safflower oil, canola oil, which contains a lot of omega-6 fatty acid, but we don't eat enough omega-3 fatty acids such as salmon, such as fish oil, and those things. And eating too much omega-6 fatty acid is going to cause heart attack, high blood pressure. It's bad for your health in general. If you eat a lot of omega-3 fatty acid and just eat a little bit of omega-6 fatty acid, it's not going to kill you. That's not a big problem. But the biggest problem is if you don't have that healthy ratio between the omega-3 and 6. So that's why we try to avoid sunflower oil, because usually omega-6 is in those like cheap oils like sunflower oil, canola oil that all the store uses. And when you eat out at a restaurant, guess what? They're gonna use those cheap oils.
All right, we're testing our real good chicken enchiladas with 2 grams of carbs and 20 grams of protein. It comes in this nice little 2-pack container. Cheese consistency kind of watery. Ooh, there's a lot of chicken though. As you can tell, there's a ton of chicken for the video. Not bad. Definitely a lot of chicken flavor, a lot of cheese. There's a ton of chicken though. Honestly, probably too much chicken, but definitely white meat chicken. And the sauce is pretty good. Tastes like enchilada sauce. Very tasty. I approve of this meal.
Speaking of repurchased item, this is another repurchased item. Royal Asia shrimp wontons, and there are 6 wontons each bowl and 4 bowls each package. And this one is on sale at Costco. I'll put the price right here. And I actually filmed a dedicated review video reviewing this item. It actually tastes really, really good because it looks really spicy, and Sichuan sauce is very, very spicy. But this is actually the mild version of that. So it has a little bit of heat, but it's not too spicy. And the sauce is pretty original. It's pretty authentic. And the shrimp wontons, they give you big shrimps in the wontons. There are actually a lot of shrimp filling, which I love. The only complaint I have for this item is that the sauce is not on the side, and there's so much sodium in the sauce. And if you look at the ingredient list, there is no questionable oil in the shrimp wontons. Where is the problem? It's from the sauce. Like, there is, I think, soybean oil from the sauce, which is not the best. So I really wish that they put sauce on the side, because it's definitely on the saltier side and it's a little bit sweeter than the traditional Sichuan sauce, but it still tastes pretty authentic. It still tastes pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some napa cabbage and I'm gonna mix the vegetables with this so to dilute the sauce. But long story short, I just wish the sauce is on the side, but it's still a pretty good item. It's big dumplings. It has a lot of shrimp in there, high in protein, and overall pretty good tasting food. And it just reminds me of authentic food from China, so it's a repurchase. I think I talked a lot about this item in my video, but I just love it. I keep buying it over and over again. And this is the 3 Bridges spinach and bell pepper egg bites, and these are made with egg whites. They taste so good, so creamy. There's cheese in there. It's very cheesy, very creamy, very good flavor, and I love that spinach and bell pepper in the egg white. And a lot of times those egg things, I just don't like that egg yolk smell, but these ones are amazing because it's made with egg white, so it doesn't have that weird eggy smell, which is super good. Really good for breakfast, really good for snacks if you eat snacks when you're hungry. Love this. If you look at the ingredient list, it's not too bad. It does have canola oil at the very end of the ingredient list. That's why it's always a problem when you buy these pre-packaged food from the groceries. If they put all of the good ingredients at the top, they always have to mess it up at the bottom of the ingredient list. But still, this tastes so good, so it's a good backup item as breakfast. I bought some guilty pleasure. This is the hippeas organic chickpea puffs, vegan white cheddar flavored. These taste very good because they are made with chickpea flour. It has a very unique chickpea flavor and it has a great texture, and it's not deeply fried and does not have any added sugar. It has 4 grams of protein, but it's still not the best. You know why? Because they just have to use that canola and or sunflower and or safflower oil. Why do they have to do that? Like, but it's on sale, so it's $5, and it's still better than a lot of the other snacks in the market. A lot of them has like artificial color, like some weird MSG stuff. Like, those are so bad, versus this one, not too bad. So I just have to find different ways to satisfy my cravings, right? So this is what it looks like. I wish it's a resealable bag because it's such a huge bag, right? This is what it looks like. Tasty. I always forget to get this item, but I swear by this item, and this is something that I religiously ate during 2020. This is a Kirkland signature organic Greek yogurt plain. It's non-fat yogurt, organic, USDA, and what I love about this is there is no added sugar. But preferably, I prefer not non-fat yogurt. I want the fat in the yogurt because the fat in the yogurt is going to help you to slow down the absorption of the sugar. Even though there is no added sugar, there's still sugar in the natural like yogurt. I usually eat this for breakfast, and I put some organic fruit in there. I cut up some bananas, some berries, especially strawberries and bananas with yogurt. It's amazing. You can also put granola or almond butter. They're all very, very good for breakfast. So this is my breakfast yogurt. But I also have my guilty pleasure dinner yogurt. So this is Chobani. Chobani is on sale at Costco. I usually try to avoid these because it contains so much sugar. Chobani yogurt actually has 3 different varieties at Costco. They have the original one, and they have the less sugar one, and they also have the no sugar one. I was just a little bit skeptical because in yogurt there is actually natural sugar in the yogurt itself. So how did they remove that? Kind of skeptical on that one, but the reason why I bought this one is because it's on sale, $5 off, I believe, and of course I try to save my budget. And another reason is that I usually eat these as my dessert. These are my dessert yogurt. Instead of eating dessert after dinner, I just eat the yogurt because it's sweet, it tastes good, but it also has a little bit of protein. Usually if you eat those sugary yogurt with empty stomach, it's bad because the sugar is going to be absorbed really quickly. So avoid eating this as breakfast. But if you eat this as a dessert item, you already filled your body with fat and protein. Usually the absorption of the sugar is very slow, so it doesn't spike my glucose level. Speaking of carbs, I got this oatmeal item. This is from the brand Health Warrior, and this is their grains and seeds oatmeal variety pack. It has 2 flavors, the strawberry, almond, and apple walnut. So I actually watched a video from Bobby Parrish. This one is not Bobby proofed from Flake City because it actually has a lot of sugar. Especially the apple one has 9 grams of total sugar, and both of them has like 5 grams of added sugar. And it's not organic. I would say not being organic, it's kind of deal breaker. Try to eat organic oatmeal, it's probably better for you. So the reason why I bought this is because first of all, it has a lot of fat, which is great because fat usually slow down the absorption of sugar and carbs in general for me. So I love the fact that it has 10 grams of fat and 10 grams of protein. Another reason is because it was on sale, so it was like so much cheaper than its original price. I think it's $12 for these 20 packs. Okay, the ultimate reason, I waited for 30 minutes in the store just to try this out because they were giving samples for this item. I tried the apple walnut one. It tasted so good. It was so good. It tastes like a fall season in a cup. No joke. And it didn't taste too sweet at all because sometimes I don't like those super sweet like stuff. Like when I take it, I just feel like it's too much. This one, it's a right balance of, it's a good balance of sweetness and the crunchiness, and it's so good. And usually I'm not even a big fan of cinnamon. This one is not too spicy, it's not too strong, and it just reminds me of this fall season when there's crisp air in the morning, when it's getting a little bit cold, and you warm up this little bowl of oatmeal. It's just so heartwarming, and only 5 grams of added sugar is not too bad because they have natural sugar from the fruit. So the 5 grams of added sugar is definitely not the worst, especially when it has a lot of protein and a lot of fat. In the store, I actually tried this apple walnut. It tastes so good. But today we're gonna try the strawberry almond. Usually strawberry is my favorite, but since I like the apple walnut, I think I'll like the strawberry as well. It's the microwave method, 75 seconds. To make this bowl more nutritious, we have a jar of mixed butter from Trader Joe's, but you can get it from Costco as well. It's just a bigger package. I'm gonna cut up some strawberries. Let's stir it a little bit. Okay, first we're gonna try just a little bit to see the flavor as it is without the strawberry and nut butter. It's actually so good. It's pretty sweet, and you can definitely taste the nuts and the seeds. So it has really good texture. It's actually pretty good. So to balance it out, I'm gonna put a little bit of the strawberries, and then we're gonna put a little bit of the nut butter in there. Then we're gonna mix it up. Now it's a more balanced meal with carbs, vitamins, fiber, fatty acids, and protein. Healthy breakfast idea. But I think after I put more strawberries and more butter in there, it's probably not gonna spike my glucose level. So yeah, highly recommend. It actually tastes pretty good and looks really good. It's a heartwarming breakfast item. Enjoy. The thing is, I want to live healthy, but I also want to live a good life. It's kind of pointless to eat food that's healthy but do not taste good. Like, this is good. This is somewhat healthy, but also tastes pretty good. It's not the cleanest, but I think it's kind of okay. Moving on, there is a new Asian food item at Costco. We just have to check it out. This is from the brand Pulmuone, and this is their dim sum instant food, instant packaged food. It's not in a freezer. It's not in a frozen food aisle. It's actually by the meatballs and stuff like that. And I've tried so many items from Pulmuone. They all taste pretty delicious. They're not the healthiest though, because a lot of them has high sodium, a little bit more sugar, and sometimes they do have the bad oil blend and stuff. But if you just eat it once in a while, it's not gonna be too bad. And I am an Asian food addict, so we just have to try this out. It has two different varieties, the onion beef pot sticker and mushroom white chicken dumplings. Ta-da! Super excited. If you look at the ingredient list, it's kind of good at the beginning of the ingredient list. It has coconut oil at the front, which is amazing. But if you just keep reading it at the bottom, the canola oil does appear. So I don't know why they use coconut oil and then suddenly they use canola oil. Like, why can't they just stick with one particular oil, which is the good oil? But I felt like the coconut oil is probably gonna be the major ones since it's like the top ones. And yeah, so we're going to try this out and let you know if they taste good. So dedicated reviewing flying your way, so stay tuned. Moving on, I usually buy reels, but these ones are on sale, so I might as well just try it. This is the Victoria white linen marinara sauce, and my complaint about this is it's not organic, but the reels from Costco, that one is not organic either. But this one is on sale, so we might as well try this. And I love the fact that there is no added sugar and they use olive oil in the ingredients, which is pretty good. So we're gonna give it a try. I kind of feel a little bit guilty betraying my reels because reels taste so good and it has really good ingredients. Well, other than the fact that they're all not organic, but we'll see if this one tastes good. Got my solar bread. I featured this item in my past haul videos. You guys, have you tried this yet? This is the keto bread because it has only 2 grams of net carbs, and I love the variety, sweet and buttery. I only knew about this because one of my coworkers was eating it and I tried a little. It actually tasted really good, and it has olive oil, which is pretty good as well. What I love about this one is that it has 5 grams of protein and 4 grams of fat and 4 grams of fiber per slice. That's pretty good for a bread item instead of eating all carbs. So I love to eat this one with my almond butter. It's just so good. You cannot taste the difference if you just eat it as a bread. But we were eating the solar burger buns. We can kind of tell the difference after we toasted the buns. So it's not as like soft and fluffy compared to the normal ones because it has a lot of fiber in there, but it's still pretty good. It's like helping me to lower my carb intake so I can eat other snacks. And I bought the Bye Bye drink. This is my husband's favorite drink, and I know why we're addicted to the Bye Bye drink, because the caffeine. There are about 65 milligrams of caffeine in the Bye Bye drink, so if you do drink it, try to lower your other caffeine intake. I became very mindful of that when I was pregnant, and I tried to carry that over. I only limit to like 100 milligrams of caffeine per day, but I do think like it tastes pretty good. And sometimes they were out from Costco, so when they're in, I try to stock it up. And there's a new flavor, the strawberry kiwi. I actually really liked it. And I did notice when I drink Bye Bye drink and then go to the gym, I do have more energy because of the caffeine. So I think it's a great replacement for energy drink. Instead of drinking the Celsius, like that are 200 milligrams of caffeine, I feel like this 65 milligrams of caffeine is probably pretty enough for. Okay, speaking of healthy, we got some organic fruit, the berries. The berries are the dirty dozens. You will try to buy organic as possible. I know organic food is usually not budget friendly currently, but recently I read some articles online that are doctors approved that pesticides and the use of plastic will cause infertility issues. And after my miscarriage 2 months ago, like I try to live as healthy as possible and try to be mindful of things that may affect fertility. So if I have the option, I will try to choose organic. But if not, then that's okay. Like the oatmeal, I wish it's organic, but they don't have the option, so it's okay. But I would try to eat organic as possible. I bought some organic bananas as well. Even though I felt like bananas, I don't need to buy organic, but the ones that are organic in the store looks better and greener. So I like the green bananas. That's why I bought the organic. Alrighty, that's it for today's Costco haul. I filmed this video twice because my mic was going off. So make sure you give it a thumbs up for the support. Thank you so much. And also comment down below where you're watching this video from, because I noticed that different Costco, they definitely sell different items. So comment down below which city you're watching from and what's your favorite item from Costco. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell and check out my other Costco hauls and food review videos and other lifestyle content. And I hope to see you soon. Adios! Thanks for watching.